Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to LeeGolazo. And in today's video, I'll be talking about Man United as a whole and everything that's been happening recently since after the Europa League finals and all the decisions that have been made so far in Man United and how I feel and how it affects us as fans and everything. Welcome to the community. If you're new, please click on the subscribe icon. I'm just going to go straight into this video. I'm sure we're all aware about the news that everybody in the Man United team are up for sale this summer. Yeah, it's no news because you probably would have heard it in the media. I've never imagined that to get to a point in Man United that this kind of thing will happen where every single person will be up for sale to whoever bids or the highest bidder, whoever wants to buy them. And this is as a result of the fact that this team, they've not really done well. Nobody so much as impressed, us as fans. And I'm not going to throw blame on Amorim because this particular video is not to throw blame to anybody. It's the fact that we've gotten to the point where things need to change drastically for Man United. If not, we're probably going to get relegated next season because this season we were just like spared and lucky that we had other team below us that were like awful and the rest of it. And comparing the kind of players and the amount of money we spent in Man United, we shouldn't even be 17th on the league table at the end of the season, which is actually a very shameful thing. But I would say something that where Man United are as a team at the moment, it's a product of past, mistakes and occurrences. It's not Amorim's fault, and we all know that, so I'm not going to say all those things. It started long before now. We finally gotten to this point of no return, no remedy, and a decision needs to be made or something drastic needs to be made. If not, we might just be sinking down to championship, and we wouldn't want that for Man United as a whole. And we also heard today that 150 staffs are going to lose their jobs. And it's just so weird because I know Man United are in a very bad state at the moment. So whatever decision the management and the board and owners are trying to make, I think they're just trying to save their money and, keep more of the money. But again, all these things happen because of past decisions. The very recent one, you were going to sack Ten Hag, but you gave him so much money to buy players. Why give him so much money when you want to sack him? Man United at the moment, because we didn't get qualified for Champions League, we do not have enough money to buy players, and our budget of buying players very low. So we cannot be looking at very expensive players to buy at the moment. We just have to look at cheap players to buy, the ones that have very low release clause and the rest of it. And we have no other choice or option than to sell to buy if we want to buy any more players, and that's why it's coming to this state. I'll move back to the Europa League finals where we had like one of the worst performances I've seen in the whole competition. One of the worst performances. Decisions that were made by the coach also very, very wrong. Changes were made very late. His refusal to start Mainoo, I don't understand. Because how would you bring him in the 87th minute and expect him to do? So everything boils down to the fact that the players, they were not determined. They had no energy, they had no drive, no zeal to actually win that game or win the competition. And plus the wrong decisions by the coach, the late substitution, and everything led us to where we are at the moment. And everybody is going to face it. Everybody in my United squad, they're facing it. I'm happy that nobody is spared out of the fact that they're all for sale. But what it means is that coming next season, when we have a new squad, everybody needs to be on their toes. Every single player that left from whatever sale or that will happen in the summer needs to be on their toes. Every single player that is bought during summer to add to the squad needs to be on their toes, because we cannot be 17 on the league table at the end of the season. Even after signing a new coach, we are still 17th. It's just something that we've talked about so much. Amorim just came and the players it got were players that ETH bought. But you're a world-class coach. You should be able to, make something good out of any kind of players. Those guys played in leagues before coming to Man United. They played in teams and they've been like Even if they've not been, most of them have not been proven in Premiership, they were proven in their league. So I feel like Amorim also has a part to share in the blame for all that's happened in Man United. It's just a product of very wrong collective decision and choices that has been made over the years. And it was Man United for the last few years, they've been a ticking bomb and a bomb waiting to explode, which just happened this season. Perhaps it's a good thing that we didn't win Europa, because if we had won Europa, these players will feel like they've done their best, they've given their best, so we wouldn't be talking about them up for sale. This is happening because there is no Champions League, there is no money, and I'm hearing that we need to pay Adidas for us to even have them on our shirt. That's how bad it is. So losing Europa League, it's actually a wake-up call. I think it's the best thing that happened to Man United in the last few years, because previously, when we were not doing well in Premiership, we end up winning FA Cup and we leave Ten Hag. We were like, oh, it covers all the cracks, and we've been moving like that until it happened this particular season. I think everybody needs to go, except maybe 2, 3 or 4 players. Maybe Ahmad needs to stay. All our goalkeepers need to go. From Onana to Bayandi to Tom Heaton, every of those 3 goalkeepers, they need to go. We need to go into the market. We need to go buy good standard goalkeepers, proven goalkeepers, because at the moment, we don't have world-class goalkeepers. Onana is not world-class. You can see the kind of mistakes he makes. He makes the kind of mistake in games. There's always a mistake in Onana. Let's not waste our time keeping Kobe Mainoo, because we can see that Amorim doesn't even like him. Why would you bring him from the bench? He wasn't injured. He came back from injury and you could actually be starting him. But you don't start him. You bring him from the bench. And the most recent awful one was bringing him in towards the end of the Europa game. To do what? In the 87th minute or 84 minute? To do what? You don't want him, let him go. Well, everybody is up for sale now. So it's not about let him go. Anybody that comes for him, we're actually going to sell him, which might be better for him, because as it stands now, I think Amorim doesn't even like him or doesn't like his style of play. Everybody needs to go, from Dalot to Luke Shaw to Casemiro. He's gotten to his best by dates. Fine, he's given his best to Man United, but Casemiro also needs to go. Maybe Euro can stay. In fact, Euro needs to go, because they're paying those guys so much money for the kind of performance they're delivering. So really, everybody needs to go. The elite needs to go. Bruno Fernandes is our captain and the rest of it. We appreciate him. He's done so much for us in Man United. He also needs to go. Lindelof needs to go. Maguire is world class and everything, but also he needs to go. We need to do a total overhauling of the Man United squad. Let us bring in fresh legs, people that are eager to play and win something. It's obvious that this Man United squad are not working, are not going to produce anything for us. If we want to get better or move high or get to the top 4 next season, we need to overhaul all these guys. Mason Mount needs to go. Johnny Evans needs to go. Do I keep listing them? There's nobody I can even keep at the moment in Man United. Maybe Ahmad can stay, because it seems like he's the only person that we're even seeing like a glimpse of hope or light in him. In the last game, he didn't really do so much. He didn't show up, but I can actually let him pass for that particular game. But every single person are up for sale. I think they should just go. Fans are spending money buying t-shirts, buying tickets, booking for season tickets, traveling afar to watch your games, traveling for away games. But we're still getting this kind of, poor quality performance from players. I know that it's not possible for all of them to be sold, but as much as we can sell them, all of them that are advanced, Johnny Evans and the rest of it, they need to go. Christian Eriksen, Harry Maguire, we love you so much, but you also need to go. Lisandro Martinez, you need to go. There's nobody I'm sparing out. Even the new signings, I don't even know why we even signed those guys. I've not seen Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro, if possible, if anybody wants to come for him, let them come for him and take him. All of them needs to go. We need to overhaul the Man United squad. We're probably not going to make so much money out of these guys, because we just want to sell them and probably just sell them for any money we can sell them and make some money. And this is a point where we have to make a decision that is drastic, and if we don't make it, we might sink lower than we think. It's such a shame that Man United have gotten to this point where we need to make this kind of drastic, decisions, and we need to just take the bull by the horn. If not, we're going to get relegated, or we're going to get to the point where we've never imagined. In fact, we're already in the point where we never imagined we're going to be at all in English football. And if we don't make these decisions right now, it's going to cost us a lot. I know that the owners of Man United and the team as a whole, I know that the owners of Man United, they actually look like they're actually clueless at the moment. They're just in the business of making money, and I think they don't even care whatever they're doing. But if you need to sell all these players and bring fresh legs, and maybe Amorim come with whoever he thinks is players that he wants to play, so that when the season is happening, we get to mid-season and you're not performing and we are not where we want to be, we will have the mouth to say he also needs to go. Amorim is in the media saying if Man United thinks it's time for him to go, he's going to go, but he's not going to quit. Please, and enough of those emotional blackmail. We don't want you to go because we want you to prove yourself. We bought you to prove yourself, and we're going to give. And guess to next season, you need to prove yourself. The club has come to say they are still sticking with you, and we're sticking with you. We're not blaming you for past mistakes, but you're also a part of the mistake, and you need to fix it. And if at the middle of the season, of the coming season, or end of the season, there's nothing to show for your work as a coach, then obviously we need to go. But for now, let's just work on overhauling the whole Man United squad and bringing in fresh legs that we think is going to help us in the next season. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who do you think has spread out? Who do you think needs to go? And who do you think needs to stay in this Man United squad? Let me know your thoughts.